Have you ever had really high expectations and then been disappointed? Like having a vision of making a beautiful snowman with a child, only to have less than ideal results? Or expecting a beautiful family picture, only to have it not turn out the way you had hoped? While I was reflecting on the importance of expectations, I came across a humorous image. At the top it says, "The key to happiness is low expectations." Then dropping down a couple of lines, it says lower. A couple more lines down, it says nope, even lower. And then at the bottom we read, there you go. What's your reaction to this image? When I shared this with friends on social media, I got a variety of responses ranging from absolutely disagree on so many levels to I really do believe that the less we expect, the happier we are. Obviously, your reaction to this meme depends on how you define terms, what are expectations, and in what context you are using them. Expectations for me, for others, for the next movie I see. Your reaction also depends on your current expectations, how you're feeling about them, and your ability to set high goals and still feel good about your efforts, even if you don't achieve those goals. Expectations taken to either extreme will clearly have negative outcomes. If I have low expectations for myself, then I will likely not achieve my potential. Personal expectations that are too high can lead to paralyzing perfectionism. These are not the paths to peace. And if I set my expectations for others too low, I won't help them attain what they could become. However, setting my expectations for others too high can lead to feelings of disappointment on both sides. Although in some aspects of life it is helpful to have high expectations, many of us might be happier if we lowered some of our expectations. Authors of a study involving 18,420 participants wrote, "Momentary happiness is a state that reflects not how well things are going, but instead whether things are going better than expected." In fact, the lead researcher said, lower expectations make it more likely that an outcome will exceed those expectations and have a positive impact on happiness. One area in which some of us develop inappropriate expectations relates to what God will do for us. Once I was giving a talk and shared the principle that those who keep God's commandments will prosper in the land. Afterwards, a woman handed me a note which said in part, "If the righteous are blessed and find success, how come I have failed in every aspect of my life, no matter how hard I've tried and how good I've been?" I realized that in my talk, I hadn't acknowledged the important reality that keeping the commandments does not necessarily mean that we will prosper in the land today, right now, in the way we want. The expectation that things will always work out for the righteous is inaccurate and unhelpful. In fact, the Apostle Peter said, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." Sometimes we feel this way, right? I'm paying my tithing and then my car breaks down and I think, what? I paid my tithing. This is so strange. Why is this happening to me? No. Peter says, do not be surprised when you experience fiery trials, but rejoice, inasmuch as ye are partakers of Christ's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. Sometimes when we see trials, we see evidence that God doesn't care. Peter tells us not to be surprised by trials. They happen even to the best of people. Just because we're doing what's right does not mean things will always work well in the short run. We can replace the false expectation that if I keep the commandments, everything will always work out the way I want it to work out with an eternal expectation. As I focus on Jesus Christ and keep my covenants, everything will work out, whether in this life or the next. To see more videos like this one, simply search Seeking Jesus.